So in our last class, we have successfully deployed our employee management project as well as the charts application. So in today's class, we are going to configure both of the applications into the SAP Fiori Launchpad. So this is a compulsory interview question, guys. So those people who are switching job, so you can just keep in your mind that this question every interviewer will ask. So how to configure your applications in SAP Fiori Launchpad. Okay, all right. So first of all, how to open SAP Fiori Launchpad? If you want to open the Fiori Launchpad, you need to log into SAP GUI and you need to hit the T code /n/UI2/SLP. Okay, so once you hit this, your SAP Fiori Launchpad will automatically open in the browser. So this is the domain name. So this domain name is not a public domain name. So in place of this, you can keep the IP address. For me, it is working because I maintain the IP address against this domain name in the host file. I think I already shown you the host file, right? So however, I will show you once again. So you need to go to drivers, etc, host file. So this is called host file. Let me open it using Notepad. So here the index ID demo.com so is mapped with the IP address, corresponding IP address. So that is the reason it is opening for me. For you, either you maintain in the host file, otherwise simply in place of this domain name, keep the IP address so that the Fiori Launchpad will open. Okay, fine. So this is the Fiori Launchpad with all its tiles. So it has many tiles actually. See how many tiles it is having. By default, when SAP Fiori Launchpad open, so all the whatever if they enable all the standard roles, then this is how the Fiori Launchpad looks like. Okay, fine. Now let's go to SE80. I'm going to SE80 just to open our applications which we deployed. So this is one application that we deployed. So right click and click on test. So let this application open in the browser. So keep your application URLs ready. So this is one application URL, B72 charts. Why it is showing no data? It loads slowly. So anyway, let me copy till index.html is enough. So this is my first application URL. That's application URL. Okay. So let's go back and we want B72. And after that, I think underscore SAP UI5 app or something I have given, right? Yeah, so this is the one. Yeah, all the controllers are there, so definitely this should be the one. So right click and click on test. So open the application from the server. Now this application also opened from the server. This is also showing no data, but anyway, let us copy the URL till index.html and keep it ready. So these URLs we need to configure. So where to configure, I will show you. Just keep these URLs ready. Okay. All right. So by the way, why it is showing no data? Let us see the index.html. Sorry, index IP employee set. This is having data, and this is having data. Why these are saying no data? This should Okay, so let me hit F12 and see what is the issue. 403 forbidden. What is this 403 forbidden? Yesterday it came, right, when we opened the application from the server level. I think it opened along with the data, if I remember.
It's showing some communication errors.
Yeah, it says some communication error. So this server is having some problems actually. That is what I understand overall. Forbidden. Failed with the status 403. That's 72 EMP service message communication error. That is communication error, how it is giving in the OData service. Employee set. Okay. So let me just go to LCGW. I'll open this project and go to DPC extension class just to see whether it is lining up over there or not. Index ID, guys. So did you ask your institute regarding the server? You should ask. At least if you ask, they will try to rectify these. Normally I don't use index ID server, but for this batch I have used it. Let us keep external breakpoint. Now let us see if this is hitting or not. So which means it is not at all calling the method. It is not at all calling the method. It is not getting into this method at all. Employee set get underscore entity set. See how bad it is. But when it is hitting through this, it is hitting. I really don't understand why this is hitting and why not this. This is also internally calling the same URL. See, there is also calling employee set index 808038. Also 8038 8038/SAP/OPU/OData/SAP ZV72 underscore EMP underscore SRV 8038/SAP ZB72 EMP underscore SRV /employee set. Yeah, this is too bad. Anyway, so if data is not coming, that is also fine, because we want to create the tile, but inside the tile the data will not be there, so that I will keep it ready later in another server. Okay, so anyway, our topic is to create the tile in the Fiori Launchpad for our applications. So once you click on the tile, application should open. Anyway, the data is not loading, so that's fine. Okay, so that is a different story altogether. So we don't have any problem here because our topic is to see how to create the tiles in the SAP Fiori Launchpad. So we can still go ahead. Okay. Right, now what are the steps involved for the Fiori Launchpad tile creation? So there are three major steps. Under the second step, there will be some sub steps as well. So let us go one by one. So step number 1, we need to create something called semantic objects. Semantic objects. So what is this semantic object? Semantic object act like a unique identification of a tile in Fiori Launchpad. So here in Fiori Launchpad, there are so many tiles, right? So when you open a particular tile, only the corresponding application will open. No tile is same as other tile. So how this SAP Fiori Launchpad identifies each and every tile? So this is by using semantic object. That is using semantic object. So you can say semantic object as a unique identification of a tile. So just like every employee has an employee ID for a unique identification, so similarly, the Launchpad contains all the tiles, and this semantic object act like a unique identification of a tile. Okay, all right. So that is what we need to do, and this will be done by using the T code /UI2/SEM OBJ. So now let's go to this T code and create our semantic object. I'm removing this external debug point. But let me see if this external debug point is executing when I hit this. See, now it is now it is hitting, but when it is the same URL when it was hit through the Launchpad, it is not. Anyway, F8. So it is giving the results. So there is something wrong at the server configuration level. All right, guys. Now let's go to the SAP GUI and hit our first T code in the Launchpad tile creation, and that is /n/UI2/SEM OBJ. Okay, so here you need to click on edit, continue, and click on new entries. So here you need to enter a unique name for the semantic object. So I'm giving ZB72_EMP management, or even without underscore also fine. Okay, employee management MGEMP. Now copy the same. Semantic object and semantic object name both should be same. This one and this one both should be same, and this can be anything. So this is description, you can give anything. Normally I give the same for all of them. Okay, and then click on save. So it may ask a transport request. So what you can do, you can create one by clicking this button. So create transport request. So give some description like BAT72 semantic object, and click on save and continue. All right, so our step number 1, which is semantic object, is over, and just make a note of this semantic object. So we created the semantic object, that is ZB72_EMP management. Now step number 2. The step number 2 is to go to something called Fiori Launchpad Designer. Fiori Launchpad Designer. How to go to SAP Fiori Launchpad Designer? You need to use the T code /n/UI2 UI2 slash FLPD underscore cust. So these T codes you need to remember, guys. In interview also they will ask the T codes. So what is the T code to open Fiori Launchpad? What is the T code to open Fiori Launchpad Designer? What is the T code to open Semantic Object? All these are interview questions. Okay, right. So now let's go to here /n/UI2 slash FLPD underscore CUST cust and hit enter. Now when you hit enter, this whatever it is opening, so this is called the Fiori Launchpad Designer. So what we do with the designer, so basically with the designer only your tiles, groups, all these things get constructed. Okay, right. So let us see the steps involved in this second step. So this has several sub steps, guys. Okay, so under the second step, so I will say 2.1. So what is 2.1? We need to create a catalog. We need to create a catalog. Under this catalog, we need to create a tile and target mapping. Now, first of all, what is a catalog? What is a catalog? Catalog is a bag containing your tiles. Simple. Catalog is a collection of tiles. Catalog is a container of tiles. So I have given 2-3 definitions. You can tell anything. What is catalog? Catalog is a collection of tiles. Okay. So normally the similar kind of tiles which are functioning for a same business functionality will be kept under same catalog. Okay, so for example, I developed 5 HR related applications. I will keep all these tiles under a similar catalog. So catalog is a collection of tiles. Simple. Got it, guys? So first we need to create a catalog. Under the catalog we need to create a tile. And what is target mapping? Target mapping means when you create the tile is a dummy. So it's a just dummy tile. When you click on the tile, which application it has to open. So that is called target mapping. Clear? Catalog means collection of tiles. And then inside the catalog, we need to create a tile and do the target mapping. Create tile and do the target map. Okay, let's go and see. So first I'm going to create a catalog. So I'm already on the catalog. So this is groups. So if you click on groups, groups will open. So what is groups? We'll see later. Now click on the plus button to create a new catalog. I'm giving the title as batch 72 UI5 maps. Okay, and ID, so this is very important. So I'm giving ZB72 underscore batch underscore UI5. So it's a catalog for SAP UI5 applications. So I've given ZB72 underscore cat underscore UI5, and then click on save to create a new catalog. Okay. So now a catalog has been created, but this catalog does not contain any tiles. You can see 0 tiles. Obviously, target mapping also 0. So basically, every tile will have one target mapping. So target mapping is nothing but instructing which application to open when you click on the tile. So obviously, when you have a tile, you need to tell when on click on of the tile which application to open. So that is nothing but target mapping. Very simple. Got it? Now my bag is empty. This is my catalog. So this catalog bag is empty. So it does not have any tiles and it is giving a signal to add the tile by clicking the plus button. So let us click the plus button and create our first tile. Click plus, and here you need to select this static tile. So other tiles are also there. This is called dynamic tile. So there is no difference between static and dynamic tile except it shows a number. It shows a number, but it does not show a number. And new style normally we don't use, so we can ignore. 90% we use this one only, 90 to 95%. So 5% cases we can use this one as well. Okay. So let me show you what is dynamic tile if there is any here. But unfortunately I don't see any dynamic tile here.
Workflow related tile. My inbox.
Yeah, I'm just checking. Where is that? Have you seen somewhere? Let me search. It is better I search it on my own. It's taking a lot of time. So anyway, basically the dynamic tile means here some number will be visible. Okay, so what is that number? The number related to the records that are present inside the tile. There might be a table and that is a records count. Okay, for example, if it is my inbox, so it shows you how many inbox items are there. So with a number. Okay, so that is what is called as dynamic tile. And how that number will come? So the number will come through a OData service URL. I will show you. For example, this is employee set. So similarly for my inbox also there will be some entity set. Now if I want to know how many records are there here for the employees, so I can simply write /$count. Now this particular URL gives me the number. So we have 9 employees. You can see the number 9 here. So this is the only difference between static tile and dynamic tile. Static tile does not contain any number. Dynamic tile contains the number. So to show the number, it will ask this OData service URL. So this URL you need to pass. That's all. So for a dynamic tile, it asks the URL of $count. So after the entity set, if you give /$count, that gives the number. And this particular number will be displayed over there. That's all. So that's the only difference, guys. Nothing less. Now let's go back to our Fiori Launchpad. Yeah, so we are here, right? This is not required. This is not required. This is not required. Yeah, we are here. Now let me click on the static and a form will open. Now we need to fill the form with the details of the tile that we want. So title means title of the tile. So like my recipe overview. So this is called title of the tile. So similarly for some tiles, subtitle will also be there. Okay, so those details we need to fill now. So title, employee management application. So subtitle, I am giving the batch number, batch 72. Let me write batch 72. Okay, and you can select the icon for your tile. So I'm giving the icon as maybe this. I will select employee management. So information means, so if you want to give extra information about for this style, you can type it here, and this is going to appear at the bottom here. If you give, if you don't give, so this won't appear. Normally we don't give. Okay, but in case you want to give some extra information, you can give it here and it will get displayed here.